And that brings us to the co-main event here for PFL Belfast. And if you're enjoying the content, hit that like and subscribe button as we break down Rhys McKee taking on Alex Lohore. Give me Rhys McKee in this one. I think realistically, when you go look at tape of Lohore, obviously a guy that has fought over in Bama. He's fought in combat karate. And I like this guy's style. It's very entertaining, don't get me wrong, but I think he's definitely hittable on the feet. If you go look at the tape, you know, the guy's very athletic. He does swing wild. He does mix in unorthodox attacks. He does have a nice right hand, obviously a lot of power because he's swinging very loopy shots, but I think he's relying a lot on his athleticism. You're not tending to see, clean, straight shots from Alex here. He's a guy that wants to be able to take your head off, get that highlight reel knockout, and he's one for the fans, that's for sure. I like him in this co-main event, but I think when you look at Rhys McKee, obviously he didn't have success over in the UFC, went 1-5, but you look at that Funza performance, when he fought Daniel Funza in the UFC, he did a good job of being able to put his boxing combinations together, and he did a good job of counter-striking. And I think if you look at Rhys's overall skill set here on this Belfast PFL card, I think he should be able to have success wherever this fight goes. He's the slight taller, slight reachier, a slight of a reach advantage here for Rhys McKee, and I think that he should be able to get this fight to the ground and have success. And if he wants to stand and counter-strike here against Alex Lohore, I think he should be able to. I think he's going to leave himself open for the counters of Rhys McKee, who tends to throw very clean, straight shots down the pipe. Not a lot of stuff from Rhys McKee is coming at you looping. He stands very tall, and at times he has been caught out for his tall man defense. But at the end of the day, Rhys McKee in the UFC has been losing to some of the better fighters that would all take Alex Lohore's lunch money. And I think if McKee does a good job of being patient here on the feet and looking to counter strike here against Lohore, I think he should be able to have success. Throwing those straight shots down the pipe, looking to expose the chin here of Lohore, which he will leave exposed in long exchanges. And we've seen him get put out. 6 of his 11 losses have come via knockout. And I think Rhys McKee can capitalize here, throwing straight shots down the pipe as Lohore decides to enter. And I think if he does want to mix in some takedowns here and mix in some grappling, I think Rhys McKee should be the better grappler overall. Let's see who Carlos has in this one.
I'm going to take Rhys McKee in this one. I think McKee is the more well-rounded fighter. I think he's the more technical of the two. I think he's a patient striker. I think he is patient, but he can force you to strike when you're not willing to, but just by using the jab. And I think Alex is a bit wild when he's striking. He looks off balance. He leaves openings, and in those openings, I think that McKee should be able to exploit that. I think he should be able to jab and hit over the top of some of these wild exchanges, as long as he doesn't step in too close, because that's when he can get tagged. And, even though Rhys McKee, he can take a shot, I think that if you can avoid that by throwing some long strikes, getting out of harm's way, a little in and out, step in, come back out, I think he should be able to land the cleaner punches, counter punches, and keep him in range. And when it comes to the ground game too, I think Rhys McKee is just a little bit smoother on the ground. I think that he's a little bit more educated, and I don't see him being in any danger, even though I believe Lohore has more finishes on the ground than him. I just think that Rhys McKee is just a little bit more tactical in everything he does, whether it's stand up or on the ground. So I'm going to take Rhys McKee to get it done in this one.